Managers, if you want good feedback from Gen Z, when you're talking to them, include them in the conversation. That old oppressive way of talking to people that Gen X and baby boomers like does not sit well with Gen Z. Let me ask y'all something. Do you all believe that it's essential to have effective communication in the workplace? I think that's the chief cornerstone for all successful businesses, communication. But let me tell y'all this, managers have been having a problem communicating effectively with Gen Z. Y'all, Gen Z is shifting the workplace. Their communication style is different, and managers are just having problems communicating with them. Their style of communication is just shocking Gen Xers, shocking the baby boomers, because you all know they grew up differently, and it's causing a shift in the workplace, y'all. So we're going to talk about some ways for managers to effectively communicate with Gen Zers and just have a better workflow, and just talk about some of the hindrances that Gen Xers do to aggravate Gen Z. So this is my take on it. I'm not an expert, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. My name is Regina. Let's dig deep into this. Why is there a conflict in the workplace with Gen Z? Y'all already know that Gen Z grew up in the age of technology. They grew up looking at TikTok, looking at reels. Everything is short and quick for them. They can absorb information really fast, and they don't like for people to beat around the bush. They like to solve problems. They like it to be quick. So let's dig in deeper. Gen Z communication style is fast and quick, and for Gen Xers, it can come off kind of abrasive sometimes. It can come off as being direct or unprofessional. I'm going to give y'all an example. I'm from the Gen X generation, and I know how Gen X flow. Gen Z does not like for their supervisors or managers to use a lot of fluff when they're talking to them. Y'all ever been talking to your supervisor and they try to give you a soft blow before they criticize you? Gen Z don't like that type of talk because it seems phony and fake. Just tell me what it is I need to do to improve my work. You don't have to give me a soft blow. I am not a child. I am a professional. I don't know why Gen X has a habit of doing that, but it's very disingenuous. And if you're a supervisor or a manager and you have not formed a bond with Gen Z, you're not talking to them weekly, making sure that you all are both on one accord, you can't come to them like that. They're going to see that you're being fake. So we need to build genuine relationships with Gen Z. They like to be straightforward. They like to solve problems. Let's resolve the issue. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong. Don't beat around the bush about it. Just tell me what it is I need to do so I can improve myself. Managers, if you want good feedback from Gen Z, when you're talking to them, include them in the conversation. Don't make it seem like you're browbeating or over criticizing. They have to be a part of the conversation like they're an adult. I don't know why Gen Xers likes to talk to their employees like they don't matter, what their opinion is don't matter, what they have to say don't matter. The managers, they like to do all the talking, and they don't care about anybody else's feelings or feedback. Gen Z don't like that. Have frequent conversations with them. Get to know their personality, because that old oppressive way of talking to people that Gen X and baby boomers like does not sit well with Gen Z. And I say oppressive because I'm Gen X, and I know that a lot of employers, my age group, they like to talk to people. They like to use their authority and abuse it in a way to make the other person, that's the employee, feel this low and they are this high. It is not affected with Gen Z. They are not having it. Have you all experienced supervisors that are very oppressive with their approach with correcting you? Let me know in the comments, because Gen X and baby boomers, they can be very oppressive and want you to respond like you're at a low level. Gen Z like to be on a fair playing field. You are my colleague. We're both professionals. You don't have to treat me like I'm insignificant, like I'm down here and you're up there. They don't like that type of authority. They don't like it. So stop it. Talk to them like they are just as important. You're talking to a professional. They went to school just like you did. So let's move on, because I can go on and on and on about that. And I know our attention span can be very short. So we're going to move it right along. So let's move on to these long, unproductive meetings. They have these long meetings. Some meetings last up to 2 and 3 hours. I've even been in a 4-hour meeting that's unproductive. Can we say information overload? Now, we already done told you that Gen Z have a short attention span. Their attention span is not made for those long, antiquated meetings that are not serving anybody. And I think Google said that the average attention span for a person is maybe 8.2 seconds. That's all. And if they're really focusing and paying attention, some people can focus up to 30 minutes. Now, me, I'm almost like a Gen Z person. I'm a mix because I think my attention span, if I'm really focusing, is between 15 minutes. I also was reading on Google that people that's over the age of 16 can focus for maybe 30 minutes to 52 minutes. And when they said 52 minutes, that was surprising to me, because that's a long time to focus. But let's look at these long, boring, unproductive meetings that Gen X and baby boomers, they love to have. It causes frustration. It causes anxiety, because I really think, and this is my opinion, that Gen X and baby boomers love to hear themselves talk, because they just come from that generation that loves to prove themselves. Because first of all, Gen X and Gen Z ambitions are different. Gen X, when they get these titles of managers and supervisors, they feel like they have arrived and they're on a pedestal now. And this title gives them worth and authority. So they like to stand up there and talk and put in all this fluff, and just they get off on hearing themselves talk, and it's unproductive. Gen Z is not interested in a history lesson or how we used to do it in 1955. They want to know what's effective right now, how I can use this to better perform in my job. That's all they need. They don't need all that other information that Gen Xers and boomers like to talk about. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off abrasive, but those meetings are not impactful. Gen Z values work-life balance. So when you're wasting their time, they're not going to engage with you, and it's just not going to be productive for the work environment. And maybe you all experience it too. Let me know in the comments. But those excessive emails throughout the day, 15 and 20 emails all day, every day. Gen Z is trying to perform their job, and all of these emails are coming in. The emails with the CC to this person and that person. And I don't know what it is about Gen Xers and baby boomers, but they love to send emails all day. And they want you to stop performing your job and respond to whatever their email is saying. And it's very unproductive. It's not valuing the employee's time. They can't do their work because all of these emails are coming in. I got to respond to them right then. I can't finish my work. That does not sit well with Gen Z, because they value their time. They value having flexibility, and it's stopping them from performing their job. It's very interrupting. And sometimes emails are coming in before the job even starts. If you're working from home, you get emails when you get off the job, emails before the job. That's just too much for managers. Make sure that you're being clear and concise in your communication. You don't have to use all the fluff. Gen Z sees that as very fake and phony. Just be clear and concise. Treat them like adults and professionals. Don't demean them. So make them a part of the teams. Have some consistent feedback on a weekly basis. Let them know about the progress that they're doing. They love professional development and they love to hear about their progress. Don't just come at them every time there's a problem and you're talking to them and putting all of these soft blows before you criticize them. Don't do that. That's ineffective with them. And these are just my tips on communication. If you all have some more, make sure that you all put it in the comments. Be respectful when you do it, because I don't like people coming in on the comments being disrespectful, because we're all adults, okay? And I'm just curious, is it just me or by myself? See, I live in the South, and managers and supervisors here in the South, that's baby boomers and Gen Xers, they can be very oppressive in their nature of supervising and managing people. The baby boomers and the silent generations, they talk to you like you're nothing. And you need to treat people with mutual respect when you're talking to them. Gen Z don't play that, okay? That's all I have. I'll see you all on the next one. Be blessed and shine bright.